Tonight on News 46, countdown to the shutdown. Will the government close?
Simkins Park grand opening is this Saturday.
And a candlelight vigil was held to kick off Relay for Life. News 46 starts now.
News 46 is brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Affiliated Physical Therapy. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain. You're watching KPVM News 46 at 5 with Rick Vale and Rhonda Van Winkle. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Thursday, April 7th, 2011. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Rhonda Van Winkle for News 46. Topping our news this evening, the budget disagreement may cause the government to officially shut down tomorrow for the first time in 16 years. How does that affect you? Dan O'Donnell reports.
If federal lawmakers can't come to a budget agreement by tomorrow evening, the U.S. government will shut down. About 800,000 federal employees will be furloughed. There will be more widespread effects as well. If you enjoy hiking at one of the national parks in our area, such as Red Rock, it's likely you won't be able to do that. All national parks, including Death Valley and museums, would close. If you filed your taxes and are waiting for a return, you would have to wait longer because the IRS would shut down. The Small Business Administration would suspend approvals for small business loan applications. All passport applications would be suspended. Members of the military would continue to serve, but they would not receive pay until the government reopens. All essential government employees would continue working. Air traffic control, the U.S. Postal Service, Homeland Security, Medicare, Veterans Services, Food Inspection, and Social Security would not be affected. Americans just signing up for Social Security would experience a delay, however. The battle is over how much to cut from the federal budget. Republicans want $61 billion in cuts. Democrats will only agree to $33 billion. President Obama is hoping Congress can reach a deal before the deadline. He said he's worried a shutdown would rattle the stock market and hurt economic recovery. The last time the federal government shut down was in 1995. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
Our final segment with Dr. Vogelzang on prostate cancer, a disease that is estimated to affect almost 80% of men in some ways during their lifetime.
It's a disease that begins really to start showing itself between the ages of 45 to 60. The average person is diagnosed when they're about 70, somewhere between 60 and 70. And it's a disease which is slow. So even if it comes back, people can live 20 or 25 years with the cancer in their body and not have it change their life too much. It will affect their quality of life because they'll have to take pills and have to take hormone shots and maybe have some radiation. But it's a disease which is not immediately life-threatening.
When they have a checkup, should they seek out a specialist or should they go to their regular doctor?
Well, this is always a bit of a debate. Their regular doctors generally are not as familiar with the cancer as specialists. Urologists are the ones who mostly handle this, but there are some doctors like me and like Dr. Curtis who are not surgeons, but who specialize in prostate cancer. And as I like to tell my patients, I have the advantage of not having any skin in the game. I'm not a surgeon and I'm not a radiation doctor, so I can be fairly neutral in how I approach this problem.
And I know that we are talking a little bit about radiation today, and you said chemotherapy is one of the directions that you don't normally like to go.
Right. So think about this. If you're going to live for 20 years or so, chemotherapy is usually used in the last 5 years or so of that time period. Now recently we have seen some information come from the French suggesting that early chemotherapy may be very helpful. So we are beginning to move the chemotherapy earlier and earlier, and as a result the chemotherapy side effects have diminished considerably. If you wait too long for chemotherapy, the side effects are quite high. But remember that almost every woman who is diagnosed with breast cancer, diagnosed, not with it spread, just diagnosed, gets chemotherapy nowadays.
Yeah.
So we've moved the field of breast cancer a long ways down earlier in chemotherapy use. We're expecting the same thing to happen with prostate cancer.
And for more information, how can somebody contact you?
So I am on the web at the Comprehensive Cancer Centers of Nevada.com. I also have I'm also listed in Wikipedia, and there's a way to contact me that way. And otherwise, they can just call my office number, which is 702-952-3400 in Las Vegas.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Town Manager Bill Kohlbarger invites you to the grand opening of Simkins Park on Saturday and gives us an update of the progress on the public pool.
We spent a lot of money, and the county donated a lot of funds to this through the settlement funds, and we have basically redone Simkins Park, and the grand opening is this Saturday, April 9th, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. There's going to be hot dogs being served along with sodas. Come on out. The Parks and Rec Board will be there. They'll be talking about future recreational plans. They're also going to be handing out a questionnaire that hopefully they can get feedback from on what the town folks want to see for the next 5 years as far as parks and recreation.
Oh, wow. And then there's also a discussion afterwards about movie night?
Yeah, they're going to have their actual Parks and Rec Advisory Board at the park under the pavilion, and their main topic will be movie night, which is held in Ian Deutsch Park.
We did a lot of upgrading of Simkins Park, and tell some of the things that we did.
We put in a new pavilion, we put in grass, we put in parking lot pavement, we put in curb, gutter, and sidewalk, we put in new lights, new plumbing. I mean, the whole place looks incredible. They're going to have before and after pictures out there, and you'll be amazed to see the difference.
What's going on with the public pool?
The public pool right now, we had some issues when we dug up all the old material, found that there was no real base put under the concrete, found out that 2 of the lights were leaking. So we have 2 change orders coming up on the April 12th town board meeting agenda, and roughly about $16,000 extra work that has to be done on the pool.
This isn't going to be open in time, is it, for the summer?
Well, we're shooting. We're actually shooting for that date. Gothic Landscaping said that they will still be on target and that we're going to push to get it open at the exact time we said.
Wonderful. And what are we looking forward to see that? I know that the patio area is the main part that's getting done?
Yeah, the all deck. We're a brand new deck, so when you come out there, you won't have bits and pieces. You won't be getting concrete between your toes. You're actually going to have a nice, smooth, flat deck. Yeah, give their input. Fill out a questionnaire, come on out, get a free hot dog, get some sodas, socialize, see what we've done with the park out there. And all this money was brought forth through park impact fees and through a very nice donation from the BOCC. And again, thank you to the BOCC for their very nice donation. And hopefully they will all be out there. County Commission's definitely invited. All town board will be out there, so it'll be an opportunity to come out and meet with your elected officials and just BS with them, talk to them, get to know them.
Okay, so just so nobody's confused,
Right.
Simkins Park is not by the pool. It's
Right.
not the same park. Simkins Park is the one on the other end of town. But,
That's right.
But he was available, so we have that information. So just
Absolutely.
make sure you don't blend the two together.
All right, folks, coming up, we'll have your tax tip of the week.
And another computer virus is spreading, this time into your Facebook.
All this and more coming up right after the break. Please keep it here.
News 46 is brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Affiliated Physical Therapy. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain.
The 4th Annual Bluegrass Festival begins tomorrow at the VFW on Homestead with a weekend of music, food, and fun. Dan Shinhoffen explains.
It's 4th annual event. It's April 8th, 9th, and 10th, 4651 Homestead Road at the VFW Hall. Music will start Friday at 1 o'clock, go till 7, Saturday from 10 to 7, Sunday from 10 to 3, or whenever people want to leave after that. We, again, are giving away a wheelbarrow full of beer. Sunday, that'll be the drawing. There'll be some drawings during the day, Saturday. And we also, this time, we're asking winners must be present. So we're going to have a lot of drawings, though. We've got 4 rounds of golf, or a round of golf for 4, however you want to put it, at Mountain Falls has been donated. We have some oil changes. We have just lots of stuff to auction off, or not auction off, to raffle off. So come on in, buy your raffle tickets. The event's free. There'll be some good vendors and great music. So
Some of the bands that are playing, I know you're going to be performing.
I'll be playing a little bit on Friday probably, because Friday is acoustic grass. It's could be country, folk, blues, anything, but it's all acoustic music. Saturday is all about bluegrass. We've got Stuck in Reverse, Virtual Strangers, Aspen Ridge, Brush Arbor Revival, Stillhouse Road, Old Time Fiddlers. We're going to have a lot of groups, and hopefully we'll have some more local people want to jump up and play. And we'll have some open jam time too. So if you want to play, come on out. Bring.
The latest computer virus is going around, and this one could cost you a lot. Its name is KubeFace, and it attacks social networking sites, which 51% of us use. How can you recognize and protect yourself against KubeFace?
KubeFace. The name is Facebook rearranged. It's a piece of malware, a virus, that circulates by way of messages sent through the social networking sites, such as MySpace and Facebook. The KubeFace emails arrive with subject lines such as, "You look so amazing," or "funny in our new video," or "You look just awesome in this new movie," and offers recipients links to other video sites that appear to contain movie clips. When users follow the links and attempt to play those videos, they get error messages informing them that they need to download a file from their Adobe Flash Player software. And that download, Flash_Player.exe, contains the malicious KubeFace code. This is a verified virus and is currently active. The virus then hacks into your computer and your accounts, including banking and other secure accounts. There are reports that it can destroy your computer. Once hacked into, your computer sends emails to your friends telling them that they have been tagged in pictures and starts the process again. The virus also attempts to message you through chat and asks you to click on a link. It begins with making the comment by one of your supposed friends. That is when the link comes up saying you're tagged and asks you to click on a photo. For more information, you can go to Snopes.com, that's Snopes.com. Look up KubeFace, that's KOOBFACE. Snopes.com has a link to the antivirus software. Also, you can go directly to Microsoft.com. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
You may have noticed purple ribbons all over town today, and I did notice, for instance, at First Move Fitness. The Relay for Life held their Paint the Town Purple event yesterday and finished the day off with a candlelight vigil on Highway 160 that was held last night for cancer survivors and to mark the official kickoff of the Pahrump Relay for Life, which will be May 21st at Petrick Park.
If you've been around town, you'll see a lot of purple bows. We had a pretty good sized committee out helping us paint the town purple. Not literally, though. The American Cancer Society decided this year to do a Southern Nevada-wide paint the town purple, so all the relays in Las Vegas and here, of course. It's just to bring awareness to the community that our relay is just right around the corner. We are just celebrating our survivors, and that's the reason we do this, to have more survivors, celebrate more birthdays. With the American Cancer Society, and just kick off our relay season, which will be May 21st, 22nd this year.
Marion, we're having a candlelight vigil.
Yes, at 7:30 we're having a candlelight vigil with our little glow sticks here. We're going to break the glow sticks, and that's always very memorable. It's like the luminaria ceremony. It's just always a tearjerker for me.
Can people still join teams or make teams? Or
Yes, we can, and if there's someone that wants to start a team, they can also do that. We've had some deadlines already, but that's okay. They can join and create a team the day of the event if they want to.
Marion, when you join a team, do you have to walk all night? What happens there?
That's a big misconception about relay. Yes, it runs all night long, and it's very long, but it's so much fun. Just one member of the team on the track at a time. Just a few laps if you want, or more, or all the team, one of the team. It doesn't matter. You don't have to do that. You can just come and have fun. If you're not on a team, come anyway and just see what we're about.
Yeah, exactly. Just come to the park.
Yes, please. We would love the public. If you have never been to one, come and join us, and maybe next year you'll join a team or create a team.
Exactly.
And come out there and have fun with us. It's a great 18 hours of fun. We really enjoy it every year.
And people can donate to the American Cancer Society Relay for Life, and especially the Prump Relay all year long.
Yes, they can. We have a website. It's relayforlife.org/ParumpNV.
And then the big question, Relay for Life is on May 21st. What time does it start?
Noon.
With our Survivor Lap, which is what we do. We celebrate our survivors. We start with a lap for them, and then we follow that with our caregivers lap, and then a dinner for the two of them.
And then it goes until?
6 o'clock the next morning. And we're going to have a wonderful breakfast the next morning put on by the Homestead Cafe, are donating the breakfast, and it's going to be awesome.
And this is all at Petrick Park. For more information, who can they call?
Lori.
They can call me, 775-209-0385.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Just one thing. We also have a great entertainment committee.
Oh, yes, we do.
And they have a lot of things planned for everyone,
Yes,
and
she
a lot of
does.
activities, a lot of performances by different people. It's not all, we're not telling you all about it yet, but we will soon. So be prepared. It's going to be a lot of fun this year.
Thank you.
Though it be a cross that's raised at me, still.
And here's Kay with your Jackson Hewitt Tax Tip of the Week.
Tax Tip of the Week is brought to you by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services.
Hi, it's Kay with this week's Jackson Hewitt Tax Tip. Are you a school teacher? Did you know that your expenses that you use to buy equipment and supplies for your classrooms or your students are deductible? So when you do your tax return, don't forget those educator expenses. You've probably paid a lot more than you're putting on your tax return, but you need to make sure that you do take that deduction because you're entitled to it. Thank you so much. This is Kay with this week's Jackson Hewitt Tax Tip.
Tax Tip of the Week is brought to you by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services.
All right, so now, folks, before we get started, we have a very special guest here in the studio today. Come on up here.
Oh.
Good evening.
Hey,
Good
Ski,
evening.
how's it going?
How are you? Great.
Good to
Good
see you.
Hi, Rhonda.
Hello. Good to see you. I didn't
have
know
a
he was
little
coming up.
surprise. About a year ago, we were down in Las Vegas at Liberace's house. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And you and your husband came down and filmed it?
Yes.
Well, contrary to what you may have thought, this didn't get
You
lost.
lied. There was a surprise.
And I would like to present this to you.
Oh, wow. Look, everybody. That's Liberace's piano.
This is the piano that was presented to Liberace live on the Johnny Carson show by Johnny Carson, and you were fortunate
That's
enough to be
awesome.
able to knock out a few tunes on it.
I forgot about this. Thank you.
Exactly.
And we have
not
one
to
of
leave
Vern and I.
out,
Oh,
we have one for you and Vern.
very nice. Thank you, Ski. That's very
You're certainly
thoughtful.
welcome.
Thank you.
See?
Aw.
Thanks for coming out, Ski. We appreciate it. Thank
Yeah. That was so thoughtful.
Put it back up there again.
And they want to show it again.
Yeah,
Here's
there
Vern
you
and
are
I.
again.
Do you have it? There we go. That was a lot of fun. See, Nevada Public Auctions, they do a lot of really cool stuff. And this
They
was
do.
a big auction that they got in Vegas. And it was really neat to go through all of Liberace's house and see a lot of the items. So it's fun. Thank you, Ski. That was very, very, very thoughtful of you.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll have a look at weather coming up right after this break.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
Hey everyone, welcome back to News 46. I'm Rick Vale with your weather. We have a high wind warning in effect. It's going to remain in effect through midnight tonight. Winds out of the southwest, 25 to 40 miles per hour are expected, with gusts in excess of 65 miles per hour. These winds are going to be strongest in the late morning through the early evening, and as you know, if you're driving a high-profile vehicle, this is not something you want to be out in. Be very careful while you're driving around. These kinds of winds can cause you to swerve, create all kinds of accidents for you. Looking at today, we had a high of 70 degrees, winds out of the south-southwest at about 21 miles per hour, with gusts in excess of 46 miles per hour. Now, we've been sitting on a 20% chance of rain. I haven't actually seen it come down, but that's not saying much. Our pressure's dropped for us a little bit, 29.59 on the barometer. 6:22 a.m. was our sunrise, and our record high was 94 degrees back in 1989. Looking at tonight, still a 20% chance of rain out there. Expected it might actually come for us. A low of 43, winds out of the southwest at about 19 miles per hour. Gusts upwards of 46 miles per hour. Sunsets at 7:11 p.m., and a record low is 30 degrees back in 1964. Moving on to our 7-day forecast, as you can see tomorrow, still 30% chance of rain expected, but the good news is no snow. The temperatures have risen just a bit for us. Our overnight low is 36 degrees as opposed to 26 degrees yesterday. 57 degrees for a high with gusts still up to 41 miles per hour. So no snow, but still looks like some rain for us. Saturday, 30% chance of rain yet again in the morning. Windy, gusts up to 22 miles per hour. A high of 63 and a low of 35. Now Sunday, moving in to the end of the weekend, partly cloudy skies, gusts up to 23 miles per hour. A high of 69, a low of 39. Monday starting off the week pretty nice, 74 degrees with 42 for the overnight low, but still windy. The winds aren't going anywhere for us with 27 mile per hour gusts expected. Tuesday looking at 24 mile per hour gusts with a high in the 70s, 71 degrees, and a low of 42. Wednesday still windy, 32 mile per hour gusts. Wind's not going anywhere for us. It just doesn't seem to stop. A high of 74 and a low of 45. Finishing off our 7-day forecast, next Thursday you're looking at gusty 23 miles per hour, with a high 86 and a low of 58. And if you take a look at this, the low for Thursday is 58, as opposed to the high for tomorrow, which is 57. I thought that was pretty interesting.
So I got rained on the way in here tonight, trying to get in here for news. Pretty hard, too.
Yeah, it was coming down. And it's probably going to come down tomorrow morning, too, it looks like.
Well, I know you said there was going to be rain, but I just didn't believe it because it's been so warm. And, you know, the girls that story we were just watching for the Relay for Life. Sure. You notice all those girls were in their sundresses. I know you had to notice those girls in their sundresses.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Ryan. I didn't see anything.
Well, anyway, they were probably not expecting it to start raining today.
No, they certainly got it if they're out there.
Well, thank you for doing the weather. As always, he's right, as always. Well, tonight from 7:30 to 9 p.m., Dr. Michael Rice is holding a seminar called Why Is This Happening to Me Again? At the Pahrump Senior Center. The seminar is free to the public. The Senior Center is located at 1370 Basin Pass Linda.
And the story that we ran on Monday about River Lane, the single mom who is also disabled, and her 2 teenagers who lost their father last week, has received a lot of response. And she would like to thank the community for helping out in her time of need. She is still, however, attempting to get a vehicle for herself and is willing to make payments if at all possible. So you may want to, let them know if you got something you're willing to help them out.
Good point.
And folks, that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Rhonda Van Winkle.
From everyone up here on the Hill at KPVM, we wish you a safe evening. We'll see you here again tomorrow night. Till then, good night, Pahrump.
Good night.